Hey there everyone, my name's Adam Vox, and I'm here to continue a conversation that apparently started on a Keemstar video, which I'm not going to support, but I will instead point you to a video from my buddy Falcon 1974A something or another, just call him Rusty or Falcon, in which he discusses the ideas about whether or not big YouTubers helping smaller YouTubers really helps either the smaller YouTubers or the bigger YouTubers out. This originally developed around the Call of Duty community specifically, but I'm going to take a more broad, at least general gaming stance, even non-gaming stance here, and just share a little bit of my thoughts here on this. So there's 5 main points that he kind of touches on that I want to address. A, whether or not a smaller channel can handle a big, quote unquote, big channel shout out. B, whether or not that will ever actually work out for them. C, addressing shout outs in general. D, comparing shout outs and collaboration and talking about collaboration. And then E, I don't know why I lettered this. Okay, talking about, I forgot E now, because I lettered things instead of, okay, I don't remember the last one, but so starting out, basically, you gotta go watch Falcon's video. I'm not gonna watch it for you, that's not my job, but he essentially, he makes a point that often smaller channels aren't going to be able to handle the increase in views or subscribers that may come from a bigger channel shouting them out. And to some degree, this is totally true. A smaller channel who just, or this applies to anything, not even just YouTube, but if suddenly your demand for what you're producing, be it a service, content, a product, just suddenly scales exponentially overnight, you're not going to be able to handle it. Either, well, there's some mental and emotional things that go into it in terms of YouTube, because you have to, you got to wrap your head around all those people, you're going to have hate comments, you're going to have people demanding this or that, and just a lot to deal with. And there's also the actual content aspect. You're going to be expected to perform on a higher level in terms of producing content and producing quality content. And getting that jump overnight, especially for really smaller YouTubers, it's not something they'd be able to handle. And more often than that, the channel will actually just die at that point. However, most people honestly aren't going to have to worry about this, because if a smaller channel does, we're talking strong subscriber count differences here, and assuming the big channel has actual pool with their audience to send someone to another channel, a channel that gets a shout out from a bigger channel isn't honestly going to benefit from that. They're probably going to get a smaller spike in subscribers and one video that does really, really well, and that's it. Because this is talking in terms of shout outs, but it happens with a lot of it used to be called dual comms before actual collaboration existed, but just
Demolisher is a just awesome YouTuber guy with the most epic voice ever. Would you not agree? It's crazy stuff. Yeah. So you won't believe the way we stumbled upon Mr. Demolisher. So I just finished my live stream for the day. We were just kind of randomly looking around, and we found this guy here live streaming his homework to 5 viewers, and we were just absolutely astounded by his voice. So why don't you let the people on my channel know a little bit about yourself? Go for it.
Well, for the most part at the moment, I currently am playing a lot of PC games. I'm going through that kind of phase.
A normal shout-out-esque situation, because the people are going to go check it out because that's what their YouTuber said to do, and then they're not going to watch anymore. And this is totally true. I completely agree with Falcon on these two sentiments. That's essentially what is going to happen. And it doesn't do the big channel any good, or it doesn't do the little channel any good, and it only does the big channel good in the sense that they get publicity for, helping out a smaller channel. And I'll touch on that in a minute. But then there's the issue of shoutouts versus collaboration. Yeah, there is a time and a place for a shout out, but it's got to be natural, organic, or you're going to have a reason behind it. Just going and saying, oh, shout out to XX Elite Quickscopes is not anything that there's ever a place for. That kind of quote unquote shout out has no value for an audience, has no value for content, and does nothing for anyone. A shout out in a sense of what I'm doing right here of, oh, hey, I watched this video from Falcon. Here's my thoughts on it. You should go watch it yourself. That's a proper shout out. Or, hey, look at my new channel banner. Blizzard Ball did it for me, which is actually legit to this new channel. I did just get a new channel banner from Blizzard Ball. Go check him out. That's a proper shout out. But just, you know, being like, hey, this guy makes cool videos, go check him out, is not an appropriate thing to do ever on YouTube or any content type, to be honest. Collaboration, however, is totally king. Like, collaboration is king to growing on YouTube, and this is something that I've always struggled with because I've never had the flexibility to do until now that I'm moved out into an apartment, and I actually just woke up this morning and recorded a podcast with another gaming friend of mine, so that's going to be pretty cool. But collaboration is king, and as long as it's organic and there's some natural connection between the two people's audiences and their channels and their content, it doesn't matter the subscriber count at all. Collaboration is always the way to go. It doesn't matter if it's a 50 subscriber channel with a 2 million subscriber channel collaborating. If it's a natural, organic collaboration, that's always the way to go. As long as the two people mesh well, the chemistry is good, and they have a reason to, you know, make a video together, it's always going to be great. Channel size does not matter about that. And that's one thing I kind of disagreed with Falcon on, as he said that essentially big and little channels shouldn't really work together at all because there's this fear of people are going to overanalyze why the bigger channel is working with the smaller channel or something like that. But that's just getting into like, well, A, that's just general anxiety you just have to get over. Like, that's like going and if you're friends with a celebrity and being worried about that that celebrity's fans wondering why he's hanging out with you, like that's petty drama and gossip. You should not, like, that's not a realistic thing to worry about. That has no meaning or possible impact on you other than a couple extra hate comments that, again, ignore. They don't matter. The issue here is the overall meaning entirely, and I'm not trying to go out and call anyone out or get after anyone. And again, I haven't actually watched the video because I'm not going to participate in anything Keemstar really does from my past experiences with what he has done on YouTube. But essentially, from the way Falcon explained it, Keem is taking on the stance of how the Call of Duty community sucks, nobody supports the smaller YouTubers, so that's what he's going to do. You know what that exactly sounds like? Athene's Together to the Top campaign, where Athene and all of his Athene Knights, or whatever his fan base might be called, were all going to help out smaller channels, and they had a bunch of like people creative. It had some good results for a couple weeks. Like there was some dude who made a whole music video about it. Like there were some really creative energies that burst out everywhere. But only, let's say, like, I'm just gonna pick a random number, but like 5 or 6 real people actually got any benefit from it. And that was the exceptions to the rule that would have probably gotten larger anyway, because they had a good hustle, they made really good content and had really creative ideas, and frankly, they deserved that growth. And like I said, they would have probably gotten that anyway, because they already had a good hustle going. The whole point of that Together to the Top campaign, and it sounds like the same thing that Keemstar is doing, is that it's just a publicity stunt. It's, oh, I'm gonna help out, I'm the white knight that's gonna help out little channels, and they're all gonna subscribe to me, and think I'm this awesome guy because I'm going to give them shoutouts that mean absolutely nothing and cost me nothing to make, but it's going to pull me in all the profits. It's a pretty old strategy, and it's pretty transparent. Not necessarily saying there's anything too wrong with that, other than it's just not going to work, and it has no value. And so that's something to keep in mind. It's just one big channel being like, oh, I'm going to shout out all the channels. It doesn't matter who they are. It's not offering value to anyone. Overall, natural, organic, and well-created shoutouts and collaborations have huge benefits for everyone involved. And the main thing you want to be talking about, instead of value to the creator, is value to the audience. It's about value to the audience of that channel. It doesn't matter how many subscribers the person gets. It matters whether or not the two audiences gain anything from it themselves. Do the audience of the big channel get another channel they can go watch? That's the goal. But shoutouts can build up channels. And another pseudo friend of mine and a friend of Falcon's commented, actually, he runs a bigger gaming channel, Jimbothy, or Jimbothy, I honestly don't know how to say it. He said he gave someone a shout out at random, or no, he said in the Painkiller Already podcast, they gave someone a shout out at random, and he got like 75,000 subscribers overnight, and his channel essentially rotted and died because nobody watched his videos, and he just got that big explosion, and it didn't go anywhere. At the same time, he says that PewDiePie gave Jacksepticeye a shout out, and he ran with it all the way to 2 million subscribers currently. It can go both ways, but he says it comes down to content. It also comes down to the value that the two channels offer each other and the organic nature of the shout out or collaboration context. Because if PewDiePie gives my tech channel a shout out just saying, oh, go check out his videos, while some people may come watch it if they're interested in technology, they're not gonna, all the other people that come over aren't gonna watch anything because they watch reaction cam gaming content, not tech reviews. So they may subscribe to me because that's what PewDiePie said to do, but they're not gonna watch anything. So you gotta keep that in mind. And then the narrowing it to gaming in particular, since that's where this conversation was involved around, the same thing applies to specific games. Like say you're a really big Call of Duty channel, and you go shout out a Nintendo Let's Play channel. Not very many people are gonna stick around. They may subscribe, but they're not gonna keep watching the videos. And so it's all about organic connection and value that you're offering to the audience. Frankly, with those kind of things, you shouldn't be thinking about. I mean, those are natural things to think about and will happen, but it's less, how many subscribers will this get me? It's more, will bigger channels audience X be receptive to me and thus want to come watch me? So those are my thoughts on it. Just wanted to participate in the conversation. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos. I got some weekly content show plans coming up soon. Still getting moved in and still having to catch up on work. But I do have some that I'll be able to scale and have going for at least a few weeks at a time. So I'm looking forward to it. And going to have a cool podcast up on the main channel coming soon. You can go ahead and sign up at streamspeak.net. And I'll catch you in the next one.